The sun is shining on Stockton and Atlantic City today, is it not? Good morning, everyone. My name is Harvey Kesselman, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of Stockton University. There are so many distinguished guests in the audience today that I dare not attempt to name them all. We have 1 hour, I said 1 hour to conduct this wonderful groundbreaking ceremony, and it would take me that amount of time to properly recognize all of you. Our first priority today and every day is to provide a safe environment for our community. To do so, please remember to follow 3 simple rules our students do. Mask up, back up, and wash up. Please say it along with me. Mask up, back up, and wash up. Thanks, and you all get an A for the day. With this in mind, I've waited a really long time to say, welcome to Phase 2, Stockton, Atlantic City. Phase 1 of Stockton's Atlantic City campus has been an unqualified success. Students, faculty, staff, community members are teaching, they're learning in the John F. Scarpa Academic Center. And our beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous beachfront residence hall has become our students' #1 choice for housing. You think? Yeah. Phase 2 solidifies our ongoing partnership with Atlantic City and demonstrates our long-term commitment to the vibrancy and success of the city's university district. It also furthers our mission as an anchor institution and our pledge to support educational, cultural, and economic opportunities, not just for Atlantic City, but for the entire region. Finally, this project represents our unwavering confidence in the future, not just for Stockton and Atlantic City, but for the great state of New Jersey. Today's groundbreaking ceremony exemplifies the continued and diligent efforts of a series of collaborative partnerships at so many different levels. Each partner today will share a few words about this special moment and what this project means to them. Permit me to begin with the Governor of the state of New Jersey, Phil Murphy. It is a singular honor to have the governor with us today. Since his election in 2017, he has shown unwavering support of Stockton and a commitment to higher education in New Jersey. He has increased post-secondary opportunities for New Jersey residents, has made college attendance more affordable, and his strategic plan for higher education will position our workforce to grow the state's innovation economy. I ask that you please welcome, a great welcome for Governor Phil Murphy.
Thank you all. Thank you. I'm only going to take my mask off so you can understand me, Harvey. But good morning, everybody. It is a real treat to be here. There's no reason to prolong this before getting those shovels in the ground, so I will be brief. I must begin by giving thanks to the guy to my left, President Harvey Kesselman, not only for a very warm introduction, but for allowing me to be a part of another milestone day in the histories of both Stockton University and Atlantic City. Harvey, the only favor I want to ask you is we need more energy out of you.
I'll do my best.
We need a little bit more, hey Chris, we need a little bit more enthusiasm. I want to thank another good friend, John Hanson. John, to you and the team at AC Devco for your continued partnership in envisioning an entirely new Atlantic City gateway, as well as, importantly, to the men and women of the building trades who will be bringing this vision to life. It is an honor to be with these two people for the second day in a row. I said to Steve, what are we doing tomorrow? My partner in government, the Rockin' Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver's in the house. And if that weren't enough, the Senate President, Senator Steve Sweeney's with us. Steve. I also mentioned Senator Chris Brown is here. I think Majority Leader Lou Greenwald is going to join us. I don't see him. Mayor Marty Small, members of council, County Executive Denny Levinson, who I did not recognize between the shades and the glasses, and members of the Freeholder Board, soon to be county commissioners, thanks to the law that Steve and Craig Coughlin passed and that Sheila and I signed. University Board Chair Ray Chicone, Interim Provost Michelle McDonald, Student Senate President Katie Campion. Katie, where are you? A particular treat to have you here representing the students and everybody else. I'm sure that's a coincidence. And everybody else gather here today, including our first responders. Let's hear it for our firefighters, members of law enforcement. So every time I come to Atlantic City, there is something new to see and some new building to watch go up. In fact, my wife and I snuck through here and spent the evening Saturday night and had a wonderful time, as always. Overwhelmingly, these projects are diversifying the economy of this city and creating a stronger, fairer, and more resilient post-coronavirus future for Atlantic City and South Jersey. And in this, I'd like to recognize especially the work of the Lieutenant Governor, which began long before the pandemic began. At the heart of this boom, Harvey, unquestionably, is Stockton University. Stockton's motto is an environment for excellence, and that's what's being built here in Atlantic City. With the Residence Hall, which will rise on this site, Stockton University isn't just contributing, again, I might add, to the list of buildings that are changing not only the skyline of the city, but it continues to change what people think when they hear the words Atlantic City. In many ways, what we see happening here is mirrored all across our state. A new sense of purpose and a new vision for the future, a new spirit emerging in our historic cities, and a renewed commitment to preparing the next generation for the jobs of tomorrow while we create good jobs for New Jerseyans today. When completed, this hall will add to Stockton's growing Atlantic City footprint, a proud sibling, and you mentioned it, Harvey, to both the John F. Scarpa Academic Center and residential complex just down the street. I had the honor of touring those buildings when they were being built and then coming back when they were completed. From here, we will see the continued diversification of Atlantic City's economy with a growing academic center that will feed into a renewed and inclusive ecosystem and a southern anchor for a city increasingly powered by academia, entrepreneurship, small business, and the arts. But of course, that all can't take its full form until this residence hall takes its full form. And as we break ground today, we break through another barrier that has kept Atlantic City from achieving its potential. And let's make no mistake, Stockton University, AC Devco, and the building trades are not just partners in the rebirth of Atlantic City, but together they are an economic driver for the entire region. I'm honored to be able to be a part of this day, and as I said, I cannot wait to watch this building take shape whenever I come back, which is often, I promise you. Thank you so much to everyone, and congratulations.
Thank you. In 2017, Sheila Oliver was elected as our Lieutenant Governor, and she serves as Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs. Previously, she served in the New Jersey Assembly for 14 years, including having served as Speaker of the Assembly for 4 years. We are particularly proud of her efforts here in Atlantic City, where she leads the Restart and Recovery Working Group that is examining the post-COVID-19 recovery of Atlantic City, including continued efforts for citywide economic diversification, workforce development, and improved public health. Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver. Yes.
Thank you, Harvey, and good morning, everyone. To echo the introduction I always hear from Mayor Smalls, it's a good day in Atlantic City today. It really is. You know, as the Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs, you all know that several years ago, we created legislation, the Municipal Stabilization and Revitalization Act. And in that piece of legislation, the Department of Community Affairs, Local Government Services was identified as the entity within the state administration that would work with everyone here in Atlantic City to move it forward. I have come to know this town intimately. The stakeholders that are here, the business owners, the residents, the educators. Atlantic City is a great town. It's a great town. Stockton University and the commitment that they have made to first build the first structure. What college student wouldn't want to come to the Atlantic City campus? The other campus is beautiful, but that overlooking the ocean. The vibrancy that Stockton and its faculty and its administrators have brought to the city is phenomenal. We have our executive council meetings pre-COVID at Stockton every month, and I appreciate just being in the environment of the college. This structure is going to represent an expansion of this whole corridor, and you are going to see businesses want to begin to locate themselves all along the corridor. There's a saying that without a vision, the people will perish. I have a vision of what this town can become, and I hope you share that vision with us in the Murphy administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Senate President Steve Sweeney has led New Jersey's Senate since 2010 and has represented the 3rd legislative district since 2002. During his tenure as Senate President, he has been a key driver of infrastructure and capital projects at all institutions of higher education. But it has been his steadfast devotion to Stockton that has ultimately yielded our Atlantic City campus as well as our new Sciences and Health Sciences building on the Galloway campus. We at Stockton are grateful for his unwavering advocacy, and I personally value his support. Senate President Sweeney.
I'm going to follow the lead. I wore it the other day with you, Governor, and it looked like I was a bandit. So, first and foremost, I want to thank Governor Murphy for his commitment to Atlantic City and giving us Sheila Oliver to oversee the recreation of Atlantic City. The vision we all know, Atlantic City was the golden goose for a long time for this state of New Jersey. And when it met its hard times, we had to step in, and we've been working, and I think Sheila adds, Governor, just the right touch to this to bring people together, not a takeover, but a partnership, as you said. So thank you for this commitment of funding, because this has been a long time coming. I want to thank Chris and John, too, for AC Devco. That's the engine that we need. They're a proven entity, what they've done in New Brunswick, that we can really do something here. But most importantly is this guy, most importantly. Because Don Gardy and I just had a conversation. We had a meeting a few years back, and the former president just didn't see the vision. Said there's no way we're going to build here. We're not going to do it. And we said, we need you. We were begging him. We need you to help diversify the economy of this region. I said, we can't get better unless you're located here. I tried before, it won't work. I said, you know, I know a former president at Rowan that said that, and he's the former president, and now we recreated Rowan. Me and Don were laughing about it. You know, Governor, I'm very subtle. But the point is, you need people with vision, and Harvey has that vision. And having Stockton in this city does more than anything to recreate this economy. The businesses that Sheila said that will come, and you know, Harvey, hopefully we'll be back again. You know what I mean? This was a long journey. COVID threw us back a little bit. But again, the governor's commitment of funding for this project made it happen. To your credit, you held up until you made sure we gave you the money. Not that he didn't trust us. I said to him, Harvey, trust me, I'm going to get it for you. He says, I love you, but you got to show me the money. But again, this is a great day for this city. It's been a long time coming. And this is going to continue to build this community that for decades, funded the state of New Jersey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Senator Chris Brown represents the 2nd Legislative District, which of course includes Atlantic City. He has been a member of the New Jersey Senate since 2018 and serves on the Senate Higher Education Committee. He served in the General Assembly previously. Senator Brown has been an influential voice for Atlantic City, the gaming and tourism industry, and active duty service members and veterans, of which he is one. Senator Brown.
They must have told me 3 times there's one rule. You have to walk up the ramp and you have to walk down that ramp, and nobody's followed it. So I'm in good company. I truly want to thank Dr. Kesselman and Leo Schofer for inviting me to be with everyone here today. This is an awesome, awesome occasion, and it is the culmination of work of so many people. And one of the things, when Harvey told me there's going to be 10 to 35 people speaking here today, I said, well, can I just go before Dennis Levinson? Because I was reminded of what Dennis said the last time we were all together. And it goes like this: with this many speakers, I feel like Madonna's 3rd husband on their wedding night. I know what to do, I just don't know how to make it interesting. Really, today is about teamwork, people coming together. You know, at a time when so many are quick to point out what's wrong with government, at a time when so many are quick to point out what divides us, what a great opportunity to show bipartisan support across the board, people from throughout the state. And I thank the governor and lieutenant governor, of course, the Senate president, for their travels here and their commitment and their dedication. And we have such a wonderful community here in Atlantic County that counts on others caring and making sure that we continue to move forward. And today is certainly a great day for all the families of Atlantic County, all the working moms, all the working men, everybody who's just trying to raise their family and get through this. So on behalf of everybody here in the 2nd District, I want to thank the governor again. I want to thank our lieutenant governor. And most importantly, also, I want to thank the teamwork that the 3 of you have demonstrated. I want to thank our Senate president because he was here from the beginning. And this is something that I know from our conversations matters to him and is important to him. And so thank you as well. Doctor, I promised I'd be 15 seconds. I think I nailed it. Thank you all. I'm going out the wrong way. I'm going this way.
Thanks, Chris. County Executive Dennis Levinson is a Ventnor native and a graduate of Atlantic City High School. He is a former history teacher deeply rooted in our region. Denny served on the Northfield Town Council and as an Atlantic County freeholder. He served as freeholder chair multiple times and was elected Atlantic County Executive in 1999. Denny and Atlantic County have been key partners in the development of Stockton's AC campus, issuing the bonds that financed the first phase and rallying for us throughout this expansion. Denny Levinson, our county executive.
Is it morning or afternoon? Morning. Good morning, everybody. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. You know, I'm glad the governor clarified. I walked up to him and he kind of ignored me. And I'm thinking, what the hell did I do now? And he told me how much I deteriorated since the last time he saw me. And it wasn't his fault that he didn't recognize me, but I agree with him. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. And Harvey will remember, many years ago, I called him on the phone, and I said, meet me at the old Atlantic City High School site. Let's put Stockton here instead of uptown. It's never going to happen. And he said, great, except our finances are tied up in the showboat right now because of the previous, he didn't say it, but I knew the previous president of the college. And as far as the state is concerned, I said, you know, it was downgraded 11 times by the previous administration, so where are you going? He said, we're coming to you. And I said, you know, let's do it. Let's get it done. we backed $47 million in bonds. And it happened. And this time, there'll be $60 million that we will, it's basically a pass-through this time. Stockton Estate is in better shape, so we don't have to put the full faith and credit of the county behind it. And I'm very pleased to be a part of it. The last time Dr. Kesselman, the governor, and I shared the dais was for the National Aviation Park. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the administration, Governor, Lieutenant Governor, my friend Steve Sweeney, for putting $250,000 into the budget. And thank you for putting it in, and thank you for not taking it out. It is our future, diversification. And here in Atlantic City, I mean, the age-old argument's been going on for decades. We want to make it a family-oriented resort. No, we wanted to make it an adult playground. Well, that argument will probably continue. But what we'll all agree on is that Atlantic City will be and is a university town. And that means so much. I mean, when you think of Princeton, you think of the university. You think of New Brunswick, you think of Rutgers. It's what happens. Well, you're going to think of Atlantic City, and you're going to think of a lot of things besides the finest restaurants in the world, the finest chefs in the world, the finest entertainment in the world, the finest boardwalk and beach in the world. You're now going to talk about one of the finest universities that believed in Atlantic City and Atlantic City's future. No one level of government can do it by itself anymore. Those days are over. We have to pitch in and be partners. And I am so proud and so very, very pleased to be a part of this. Thank you so very much. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Denny. Mayor Marty Small was born and raised in Atlantic City and is a proud graduate of Stockton University. He was one of Stockton's greatest basketball players and is a member of our Athletics Hall of Fame. Marty was elected to City Council in 2003 and became mayor in 2019. The expansion of Stockton's presence in Atlantic City continues to depend on cooperation and coordination with the city, and I am absolutely certain Marty Small will do all he can to make that happen. Mayor Small.
Good morning, everyone. This is truly the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And as we say here in the great city of Atlantic City, it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day? Great day. Great day. I'm Mayor Marty Small Sr. More importantly, I'm a Stockton alum, two-time Athletics Hall of Famer for men's basketball. Today, what you're witnessing in the great city of Atlantic City is a defining moment. When the Gateway Project was built, it was built to diversify our economy. It was built to bring new industries here, and all studies show that when universities come into a city, you experience a renaissance. And we're here today for phase 2. This area is booming. Scores of new businesses are coming. Development opportunities are happening. And if we truly want to take the great city of Atlantic City to the next level, we have to keep making announcements like this. I can't wait for the building trades. I see many of them out here to build this great project. We're going to continue to push for Atlantic City participation and also the unclassified jobs that come along with projects like this. Dr. Kesselman, I'm sorry to inform you, but I did conspire with the Senate President, Governor Murphy, and the Lieutenant Governor. The delay wasn't about funding. The delay wasn't about COVID. Alex Marino had informed me, and then we lifted the building permits, that the delay was the construction of the Marty Small beachfront statue on the boardwalk. But in all seriousness, we look forward to putting bodies in those beds in the building, and we look forward to Atlantic City residents taking advantage of this fine institution like I did. And it's been a long time, but Dr. Kesselman was there at Stockton when I was a student, Alex Marino and Brian Jackson, and you couldn't ask for more incredible people to take care of your children. We want the people from Atlantic City to benefit from that, and they're going to need chances and they're going to need nurturing. Let me tell you a quick story before I take my seat. There's this known story going back to the summer of 1993. There was a local basketball player who was not handling his responsibilities in the classroom. He didn't stay on campus, he stayed home. Unfortunately, that local basketball player was technically kicked out of school. The basketball coach at the time came from Brielle, New Jersey, and met with Dr. Kesselman and pleaded, said, look, this kid could be a program maker. The kid has a ton of potential. He was doing things, he wasn't focused. He was back home in Atlantic City clowning around. Dr. Harvey Kesselman, who then was the dean of students, reversed a decision by an outgoing dean named Nick Lund. And he reversed that decision and made the basketball player an offer. He said, I tell you what, young man, you take 2 classes and get 2 Bs, or you take 1 class and you get an A, and I'll let you back in, but don't let it happen again. That student, knowing that his fate, was on the line, he went to register, was a freshman, could pick any class in the world. That student chose music appreciation. Long story short, the student got an A, and as they say, the rest is history. Now that student is the mayor of Atlantic City, Stockton alum, Mayor Marty Small. So, thank you for the opportunity, and remember everyone, it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City.
Assembly Majority Leader Lou Greenwald committed himself to responsibly balancing the state's finances, ensuring New Jersey remains affordable for families by cutting wasteful spending and investing in our communities. Leader Greenwald, along with Assemblyman Vince Mazzeo and John Amato, have been passionate advocates for Stockton and Atlantic City. They have been the leading voices for equity in higher education funding, ensuring that both Phase 1 and Phase 2 of this project move forward. Representing the General Assembly and his colleagues, Vince and John, Mr. Lou Greenwald. I have been told you are, there you are.
Thank you, everybody. So happy to see so many people here. I want to thank my friend Steve Sweeney and Sheila Oliver from our days when Sheila was with us in the legislature. This project in Atlantic City meant the world to us. As the father of 3 children who are in higher education today, as someone who had the unbelievable experience to have an opportunity to go for higher education, it made all the difference in the world to me in my life, and I'm watching it firsthand now with my children. And in spite of the times we live in and the challenges that we face, this opportunity is creating 1,000 new beds in Atlantic City that creates future hope and opportunity for children across the state of New Jersey, and as President Kesselman would tell you, children from across the country and across the world that find their way to a university like Stockton. The remarkable opportunity here is that this creates diversity in this community beyond just gaming. The opportunity for improvement, for access, its partnership with Atlantic Care, access to children for good paying jobs in healthcare and in the hospitality industry is something that is unique and remarkable. And we're very proud to be a part of this. We all know that for generations, for many of us in public service and elected office, our passion around Atlantic City as an opportunity, a destination, and a jewel has been something that we have worked on together in a bipartisan fashion. I see my friend Senator Gormley in the back and Senator Brown here with us today. This is critically important to all of us, is the success of this city. It stands as a model, national model of urban redevelopment and what it can be and the opportunity. The jewel of this city, the ocean that it rests upon, is unreplicable anywhere. And every great urban redevelopment project anywhere in the country, anywhere in the state, starts with a foundation around higher education and university. And that is something that we're very lucky to have here with the remarkable leadership from my friend, and we're very honored to be here today. So thank you all for sharing this with us. God bless you all.
Ray Chicony, Chair. of Stockton's Board of Trustees. He's a 1979 graduate of Stockton, has been a member of the Stockton Board of Trustees since 2012, and became our chair just last month. We are fortunate to be the beneficiary of his business acumen, as well as his deep knowledge of the field of accounting. For years, he has skillfully led our board's audit committee, and he previously served on our foundation board of directors. Ray's love for Stockton is evident. He's a wonderful board member, and I value his friendship and support immensely. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Ray Chicony.
Governor, Lieutenant Governor, and Senate President. You know, to the other trustees who are here today, Harvey was really telling us the truth when he was holding out for the money. Thank you for telling us about that. But before I start, too, I want to publicly thank the governor for the coronavirus updates and your handling of the coronavirus. Everybody's watching you. Your sincerity is unparalleled throughout the country, and we appreciate it. In that regard, I'd be remiss not to talk about the president. As you laid out the rules for the coronavirus, our president mobilized his lieutenants, of the staff. If you walk through the halls of Stockton, both in Atlantic City and Pomona, you'll see a textbook on how separation, how local distancing is supposed to be. And as a result of that, we have two things. We have a safe campus, and we have a normal college experience. Do you know Stockton has the lowest cases of the coronavirus of all colleges in the state of New Jersey, and we thank you for that. You know, the president and I go way back to the early days of Stockton, and there was a slogan back then, plant yourself and let yourself grow. And that's just what we've done since coming to Atlantic City. Our partnership with the state of New Jersey, Devco, has been really terrific. As a result, since being here, we have hundreds of students taking thousands of classes. Those classes all rescheduled and reshuffled to deal with it and still maintaining normalcy. Our dorm that we first built, from day one, full capacity. And I'm confident when this is done, that will be at full capacity. But it's not only the buildings. We've done a lot at Stockton. Our master's in social work is entirely based in Atlantic City. It allows our students to go into the diverse population and help that population while at the same time learning. Our MBA program, now exclusively in Atlantic City, is focusing on gaming and healthcare, the two industries that are so important to South Jersey. So, Stockton has planted itself in Atlantic City and is growing in this great city to make it even greater. Thank you, and thank you.
Thanks, Ray. And this fellow I'm going to introduce now didn't believe we could get this done in an hour, and I think we're going to prove him maybe wrong. Mr. John Hanson is the chairman and founder of the Hampshire Companies and is a 2017 inductee in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. He and developer extraordinaire Chris Palladino oversaw the creation of AC Devco, and they, along with Joe Gingoli, have developed and constructed Stockton's Gateway project, a project that also includes the headquarters for South Jersey Gas and an urgent care center for Atlantic Care, whose CEO, Laurie Herndon, is with us today. On a more personal level, John has been a dear friend and colleague, and I genuinely value his sage advice. Mr. John Hanson, the chairman.
Thank you very much, Harvey. As I just told the governor, now that I'm over 60, it takes me a little longer to walk and get up here. So a little bit, Chris and I get a lot of the publicity and the credit, but we have, I know that Finn Wentworth is here, so Finn is also a member of the AC Devco board, and you should know Finn is always involved with some kind of activity within the state, and he recently served as the co-chairman of New Jersey Pandemic Fund, along with the First Lady. So Finn is here. I can't see with all the masks, okay? Is Bob Holmes here? I thought Bob was coming. Bob is also a member, and interestingly enough, he was in the administration of former Governor Byrne and actually created an entity to do what AC Devco is doing today in 1976. It took a little longer, 40 years or so to get it going, but it got going. But they are very important members of AC Devco. All of us have some kind of emotional tie. I told folks at the last time we did one of these functions that my mother had gone to Atlantic City High School. Harvey, in his creative way, said, we could check her out. I said, Harvey, it was in the 1920s. I'm not even sure what year. So he sent me a picture of 3 people. My mother's name was Elizabeth Smith. So I picked the one I thought she might have looked like, because obviously I wasn't born then. So my mother is a graduate of Atlantic City High School. So what is the mission of AC Devco? First, understand, we're volunteers. We're not compensated. Our method of travel, we pay for ourselves. We're here because our mission is to make Atlantic City a better place. As I mentioned, we all have some emotional ties. Finn used to summer in Brigantine. Chris and his family used to come down. And as I mentioned about Bob. So we're here to do that. And when we were asked by the prior administration, come to Atlantic City, see what you can do with this project, I can truthfully tell you, I didn't know anybody lived in Atlantic City, except I knew one person who lived in the area. And he's mentioned it before. His name is Senator Bill Gormley. And Bill, as you all know, he's got a lot of ideas. But when he came onto this idea, I said, Bill, I think you're right. And we started to set up this AC Devco. And the end result is what we've been talked about today. But candidly, none of that could have happened unless all the people who spoke here today had participate representing their various parts of government. It just would not happen. Nor do I this project, which is about to start across the street, I don't anticipate it could happen without the involvement of all those agencies. Currently, AC Devco is involved with a grant from the Community Affairs. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you, Governor. And what are we going to do? We're going to help in the Chelsea area, people with home ownership, people in small business, and place to make sure it's safe. Yeah. So thank you. And Lieutenant Governor, I like your word vision. So we got this project here is going beyond the vision stage. We got a new project to do in the next 4 years. It's known as Lot 21. Lot 21 sits right on the water. It's owned by AC Devco. So what do we need to do to make that a premier project? Beside the residents, student residents, I think we need to do that. We need to attract what, in my business, and I've been in the real estate development business since I was born 60 years ago. So, and you need a lead tenant. So if we can find a tenant similar to South Jersey Gas that went in the other building, that will make us be able to develop a project, I think, that will have residence for the students. I can envision having apartments on the top floor for people in the private sector. So we look forward to trying to start that deal, because while this one starts, you got to start planning the next one. And we're in the planning stage. We certainly appreciate the support that the legislature has given us. Steve, thank you very much. When you did talk Harvey off the wall a couple of times, about getting the money. And if anybody knows Harvey, he's like I am. He doesn't sleep. You want to talk to Harvey? Call him at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hi, how you doing? Everything good? So that's how we go. So thank you very much for what you have done. I'm going to try to continue to do what I do, and I want to publicize one thing. And my other high-paying job as chairman of the Jersey Hall of Fame, we have our virtual induction ceremony on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. I know in North Jersey it's on WOR, it's on public television someplace over here, so I invite all you to take a look. It's not easy to do a virtual Hall of Fame induction ceremony. You might see some of your friends there that are going in. And so thank you again, and good luck on the new project.
Thank you. Dr. Michelle Craig Mcdonald is the interim provost and vice president for academic affairs at Stockton University. Michelle has led our academic efforts in Atlantic City since its inception, and she is an integral part of the success of both campuses, both here and in Galloway. Michelle, Dr. Mcdonald, there you are. There you go.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to be part of this morning's celebration. Today, we're breaking ground on a building, but we're actually doing so much more because the physical space is, of course, just the beginning. It's the people, it's the students and the faculty and the staff and our neighbors and their promise and their possibility that we are actually celebrating today. For 2 years, as its chief academic officer, I watched Stockton Atlantic City take flight, working to expand our campus reach, retain New Jersey students, build meaningful long-term relationships with area communities, embed civic mindedness in our curriculum, and develop pathways out of unemployment. Each of these activities, in its own way, is a building block that, when put together, demonstrates our institutional commitment to regional growth, and Phase 2 expands our capacity to do just that, as a platform for more city residents and more jobs on our campus. Because to remain relevant, institutions of higher education must continuously challenge ourselves to stretch beyond traditional definitions of education. We are training the next generation of citizens in our classrooms, in our programs, and in our neighborhoods, and this is an incredible responsibility, perhaps the most important job that we undertake as an anchor institution. But rather than have a middle-aged, white-haired woman talk to you about the future, I would much rather cede the podium to our final speaker, Katie Campion. And I know the president will introduce her, but let me first add that Katie came into her role last spring. Last spring. All of us have grappled with the world that COVID wrought, and I have worried more than once about how best to represent the needs of the more than 1,000 faculty and staff and managers within the Division of Academic Affairs at Stockton University. Katie represents nearly 10,000 students, and she has done so with a tenacity and a sincerity and a grace that I, many decades, her junior, or that was wishful thinking, many decades, her senior could only hope to emulate. She is the best of what Stockton's future has to offer, and I look forward to hearing what she has to say about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Since Michelle had such beautiful words around Katie, I just want to add one. Oh, Katie's mom's here, right? Is that true? Katie, where are you? There you are. Okay, how are you? She's a junior. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She's a junior majoring in biochemistry and plans to go to medical school with the dream of becoming a cardiovascular surgeon. She did take over in one of the most difficult times, and in a matter of months, she's accomplished more than most student senate presidents do in their full term. She's part of our University Restart Operations Committee this summer. She spent the whole summer working with university officials to restart and reopen the university. Katie, we are all indebted to you. Come on up here. There you go.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm not much of a public speaker, so I apologize in advance. I also would, first and foremost, thank you, because I actually got pretty emotional, so thanks for putting me right in that spot. But hello everyone that is here on top of that. First off, I would like to thank everyone for being here today, because it's good to actually see faces, because I'm so used to just seeing screens, especially in this newly virtual world we're living in. Secondly, I would like to thank everyone for your immense support in creating Stockton University the place that it is today, which is, of course, an educational institution, but also a home and a safe place for many of our students. I stand up here today to represent this student body. all 10,000 of them. However, I don't think I could ever accurately explain how ecstatic we are to see our home grow, especially today and in the past. As a North Jersey resident back in 2017, I didn't even know who or what Stockton was. I'm sorry. Until a family member convinced me to visit, and basically I fell in love the moment I came on campus. But I would have never found my home if I didn't know somebody. Networking has always been pretty important. But now, only 3 years later, and Stockton's name has become known, and not only 3 hours north from here in good old Sussex County, but also in many other states. As this branding stems from the support that you all provide us with, because what many people don't realize is you're not just creating buildings. You are creating our students' futures. You are creating the foundation of my generation and future generations' successes. But you are also creating an overabundance of resources we need to flourish in our society, and not just for these 3 years, but also for the rest of our lives. So with that being said, I welcome you all here today to witness and appreciate the growth of not only Stockton University, but also its students. And I encourage you to continue to watch our university and our community soar from this day forward as a result of the growth you instill of us. So from the very bottom of my heart, I thank you for all 10,000 students.
Thank you, Katie. As I told you, we would be able to get this thing done in an hour. But before we move over to have the actual groundbreaking, I want to have a huge shout out to my incredible team that pulled all this together from about 6 a.m. to now, so you can see what they've done. Team, all the staff members here. This is a joyous moment in the history of Stockton, as I said at the beginning, and that's because of the people who you saw up here today. And we spent a lot of time thinking about pulling together this group. I did not want this to happen if this wasn't the group of people that would be on this stage today. So to all of you, to all of the speakers, thank you all. To my Board of Trustees, I thank you. To all the alum out there, I thank you. And to all the people in Atlantic City, I thank you. Now let's walk across the street and get a groundbreaking going. 1, 2, 3.